Hello, I'm the CommanderZander. I remembered so the nostalgia critic doesn't have to, and neither should you. Well, I went through the pet animal shows on PBS Kids. Now I'm going to go to the wild animal section. In particular, one show. Yes, I know, only one show involving wild animals, but you get the idea. The Kratt brothers had their own TV show called Kratt Creatures in the 90s that focused on the wild and animals and learning all about them. Ultimately, Playhouse Disney would rip off of this with Stanley, but the Kratt Creatures was a success that the Kratt brothers got a spin-off. And guess who the name of the lemur is? That's the centerpiece for that spin-off. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And time's up. It's Zoboomafoo! Let's take a look. That's Zoboomafoo. Chris and Martin Kratt, the Kratt brothers, and that Zoboomafoo is a live lemur. Leo Eaton, as well as the Kratt brothers, were the creators of this show. That Zoboomafoo is a puppet. Now, if you're familiar with Kratt Creatures, Zoboomafoo pretty much follows the same format, essentially. So, yeah. It's nothing but wild animals. And you get to learn about them. So, again, educational to some extent. The adventures always took place at Animal Junction. Bad Time is the name of the episode that I will be showing you today. Look at the duckies! Great setup.
Hey, Martin. That's who's quacking. Wow, 3 ducks.
Martin wrote this? What about Chris? Geez, you think they'd get split writing credibility, but I guess not.
Looks like that time's over. Time to dry off. I like how they shake their tails and get the water off.
Yeah, just like a dog does. Look at the feathers.
Use their bills to get the water out of their feathers.
See, you're learning stuff.
We use towels to dry off, right? But this is the way the ducklings dry off.
It's very fascinating to see how different animals dry up from bats.
But when they grow up, these wings are gonna be powerful wings and make these ducklings powerful flyers. Zoboo will love these guys. You know, I wonder, do lemurs take baths? Let's call Zoboo. Hey, Zoboo! Zoboo! Zoboomafoo!
So here comes the Zoboomafoo. Zoboo for short, as he leaps in Animal Junction.
Good to see you, buddy. Alright, let's go.
So they get the food machine.
You got my nose.
So they're gonna go to the food machine and
Come on, Zob, tell me.
get to the food machine!
You know,
There we go.
Eat first, talk later.
Punch the button that shows the lemur, and there's Zoboo's snack.
Mangoes! Mangoes are slimy. But Zoboo loves them. Come on, chew like a lemur.
Watch this transition. Now he's a puppet.
Hey there, everybody. Hi!
Hi, Zoboo. So, do lemurs take baths?
Lemurs like to tooth comb each other. That's how we take a bath.
That's a lemur?
How messy can you get?
What are you talking about, Zoboo?
That voice sounds familiar.
3 of the messy. 3 of them.
I can't ponder my head on this one, but I swear I've heard that voice before. Oh well. Who could it be? This is a norm for the show.
This mystery animal was looking for mud. And when she...
Alright, kids, you know.
Right in.
Animal with mud. Can you guess who the animal is? If you don't know, Zoboo's gonna give you another hint.
I took a closer look and got a face full of mud.
Still can't figure it out?
There's 3 of them, all covered in mud. Do you know who they are?
Okay, I think I got it. Don't tell me. I think I know who the Who's are.
You do?
Yeah, the 3 red hanging tongues gave it away. 3 muddy dogs. 3 muddy dogs!
3 muddy
Yep.
dogs. See, mystery animals here.
Did you know there are over 300 different kinds of dogs in the world? And they all...
So, if you couldn't get enough dogs, that's what we're talking about in this episode. More dogs! Because, you know, dogs are so affectionate. They are man's best friend, if you know what I mean.
Can I pet your dog?
Sure, you can have my dog.
Aren't dogs so affectionate and cute? That one's so great.
That's how you meet a new dog.
If I could have a pet, I would totally get a dog. Dogs are so awesome to play with.
The only way we're ever gonna find out is if we get this mud off. So, when 3 muddy dogs come into Animal Junction, do you know what time it is?
3 muddy dog time?
Yeah, well that and...
3 muddy dog time. Another way of saying bat time!
Yeah.
Now, if you're familiar with how a dog dries up, then you know that they're gonna shake like the ducks that you saw at the beginning.
When dogs get muddy, one of the first things they like to do is shake. Yards.
Ooh. Oh, that's... Looks like Martin's gonna need a bath too.
It's like blueberry goo. Slippery and slimy, just the way I like it. Here's a place for a doggy bath.
Now this is one big tub.
Chris is like, yes! My brother got covered in mud! That's what you get for taking full credit for the writing!
How'd you get so muddy?
Yeah, we were only gone for a second. I know my brother.
Nah, now they're mocking him. Nah.
Their fur, mud flew off, and it covered me. Like that.
Let's name these dogs. Muddy dog number 1 can be Furface. Muddy dog number 2 can be Squirt. And muddy dog number 3 can be Ketchup. And number 4? Well, number 4 is Martin.
What the fuck kind of a name for dogs are those? And yes, of course, Muddy Dog number 4 is Martin, duh.
We have to figure out
Now, back to the name of the dog.
So
Come on! I could name dogs better than those names. Seriously.
let's get started. First,
Hose them up!
tub with water.
Alright. I think I get the gesture about how a dog gets cleaned up, so without further ado, here's Zoboomafoo as a claymation!
The end.
Good story, Zoboomafoo.
Back to the dogs!
For sure. Now, it's time for the rinse.
Oh, goody, the rinse. It's the next step.
Take a hose.
Hose? Here's a yellow one. Hey, guys, how about this hose?
It's a...
That's not a hose
It's a-
up. That's a Burmese python.
Sometimes my mind plays
Gee,
tricks
thanks. I
on
was
me.
gonna say constrictor snake, but yeah, I guess that'll do. Look how muscular that snake is. I'd hate to be caught in one of those.
Hey, not under my armpit, that tickles. Towel? Towel? Towel?
Not towel.
Use a towel.
Or,
Don't worry, Zob, I've got the towels. Too late.
oh no.
Hey,
Up!
look at that.
If it happened to Martin, you knew it was gonna happen to Chris. Hey, but at least Chris is gonna get covered in water, not mud, so... He got the better end, I would imagine. Poor Zoboo.
So, what do we do now?
Now it's time for the last step of a dog's bath time. We all dry off.
We all dry off. Yeah, that's the last step.
And soon we'll know for sure exactly what kind of dogs our buddies are. Come here, come here, come here, come here.
The bath works.
The dog wants to play tug of war.
You clean doggish. I feel different, not the same. This kind of feeling I can't explain.
Ordinarily, I would hate singing, but
I feel clean doggish.
this is alright. I'll deal with it.
Clean doggish. There's no mud on me, clean doggish.
Body makes special oil that she spreads through her feathers, and that makes her waterproof. Water just rolls.
Okay. I think you got the pretty good gesture on Zoboomafoo, so it's a good show. It lasted for a few seasons. I think at least a couple. Not like Sagwa, which was only one season. It was a good show. It was very educational, and you definitely learned a lot about animals. And it was a fun environment for kids to enjoy. So, if you get a chance, you should definitely go watch Zoboomafoo. And this means one thing. We're at the home stretch of the PBS Kids Review series. Only 4 more shows for me to review, so stay tuned as there will be more of the PBS Kids Review series coming up soon. I'm the CommanderZander. I remember it's of the nostalgia Greek doesn't have to do it. Neither should you.